Welcome back, everybody. We are on FS25 today. Brand new map for FS25, Prairie Farms, Michigan, and welcome. Before we get into this, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and that notifications button so you know when we got new content coming out. I find this map very interesting. I will say it's very Frankenmuse to a point. I've been starting out on easy on 25 because I wanted to see, the big differences. That is a big starting field right there. You get this one, and this one to start. I wanted to see, oops, wrong button. There it is. So as you can see, you and all of this as well. And that's where you start. But let me tell you something else too, because you can start with $1 million, you can start with 100,000. You can adjust that in 25 somewhat. I find it interesting on your starting equipment. But before we get into the starting equipment, so the usual barns like you get in Frankenmuse. So here's the 3 barns. You got your workshop over here. There's only 2 productions on the map. So you'd have to add everything. So that being said, if you go into construction, you're at 1026 at 3,500, which is not bad. And I would say, let's go back. They're not flashing. Yep, you can sell it. So you could sell all these if you didn't like them. You can even get rid of the house. There's another barn here. Machine shed, which I didn't check to see if there's any equipment in there. Because there's so much equipment in these barns that whoever packed these barns with this equipment, I'm going to be hiring them to move the next time I move from my house. Because, just look, they got this stuff in here. Just packed. Nice, tight. This, like I said, I'll be hiring them to move me and load my U-Haul the next time I move. The other thing that I wanted to point out, I like the hot pink, the Pepto-Bismol truck. Is the amount of $500,000 tractors that you're starting with. These case ones here are about 300, but the other 2 that you have over here, if I can get over there between this truck, they're about $510,000 each. So you could definitely sell, because I don't really care for the articulated tractors. I really don't. They're very slow too. I don't like that. I'm definitely not going to be driving a John Deere. My father-in-law would have a stroke and probably want to kill me if I was driving a John Deere, even in a game. Plus, my wife would probably disown me. They are a Case, Massey Ferguson type of people. But the amount of equipment, it would probably net you probably $3 million, because literally I would sell every bit of this except the planter and the seeder. I would keep the Kinsey and I would keep the Amazon. I use those in 22, although not the Amazon so much anymore since the Kinsey has a roller in it. This one does not. Hopefully at some point we will get a Kinsey multi-fruit roller with a roller in it. I do find it funny that they give you all this equipment. You got 2 John Deere rippers. They're super chisels. But you don't get a roller. They never start you with a roller. You always got to go buy a field roller. Not really a complaint, just an observation and an oddity per se. They did give you 2 harvesters. And good Lord, as slow as these harvesters are and as little as they hold, and the size of this first field, you'll be out here 16 weeks trying to do it all. And this big cornfield over here, so that's your other field, is the cornfield next door. Both fields are horrible, 37%. So for me, it's almost worth it just to mulch it. But I would probably go ahead and harvest it. Here's what's interesting, though, is that you can do some rock breaking. This is equipment you start with. All I do is just pull them both out of the shed. Hop in your little Kabuto. I'm going to turn her on. Everybody knows rock breaking from 22 after Silver Run Forest. There it goes. You know, but what I quite never understood is when you break the rocks apart, they just disappear. It should at least turn to gravel so I can scoop it up and use it. There it goes. Gone. So, kind of cool, So this is your starting farm, and it's got plenty of trees on it. There's a sawmill. The interesting thing that I wanted to show you is it does have that sugar beet factory. We're going to go visit it. It's not a factory. It's just a place to put them all, and it gives you dirt in return. The dirt's not sellable. You just have to go empty it out someplace, which I just find an oddity as well. Why would I need dirt and not be able to do anything with it? So now you can go dump it in the field, and then once you plow, it's gone if you want to. So there's plenty of trees if you want to do some forestry work, as you can tell. And the fields are huge. I think the average said they were like 48. They're big fields, though. If you can look. I mean, they're big fields. I don't see any reason to combine any fields on this map. There, maybe these three, because they're kind of small. I think there's a road here, so I probably wouldn't do those. But anyways, plenty of field work to do. Prairie Farms, Michigan. There, other than the sawmill and then the sugar beet, there are no productions. So you'd have to add any productions that you wanted to add. No big deal. You're at a low enough balance on your slot count, so no big deal there. I'd probably play this map just so I could check it out and see how it does, because I do like large farms. But once I figure out, I would probably get rid of field 18. I'd probably plow this and put some cow barns here. Maybe possibly these two fields. Just depends, because I know on FS25 when you do cow barns you have to make your own pens, so I'd have to see what all that entails. Cattle farming is a little bit different on 25 than it was 22. So, but yeah, this looks like a pretty good map, guys. Pretty good. Very Frankenmuth inspired. I will say. I think it's inspired, at least. I know there was a Michigan Farms on 22, but I don't think I ever played the map. So maybe it's just a rework, but it reminds me a lot of Frankenmuth. So, tell me in the comments I'm wrong, especially the setup when you start. I mean, the whole setup when you start is 100% Frankenmuth. Let's just go to this. Enter vehicle. Let's get out. I mean, the barns are exactly the same. That house a little bit different setup, but it's pretty close to the same thing. And you still got plenty of room if you wanted to add another barn. Chances are, I don't know, I'd probably sell all three of these and put in that 3-star shed with the workshop. I might keep this one because it does hold everything. Again, I can't believe how neatly packed they got everything in here. And, of course, you got the road train trailer. So, guys, that's all I got on Michigan Farms. Pretty good-looking map. Lots of money to start out without having to put any subsidy signs in. I think you could probably sell most of that equipment, because most of that equipment, honestly, starting out is really not necessary. You can sell those case harvesters and buy the cheaper TARDIS. I mean, it's under $100,000 and it holds 200,000 liters. So, get you two of those and get rid of the case ones. I love case, but those ones don't hold anything and they're too slow. And then get you a TARDIS trailer to hold it all. You'll be in good shape and still have $2 million left over to continue your farm. But that's all I got on Michigan Prairie Farms. Interesting map. Lots to start with. Nice barns. Very nice equipment to start with. Good map. Really nice big fields to start with. You can't really complain about the harvest amount at 37%, because whether it's a base game map or whether it's a mod map, everybody knows that when you first start out, the fields are always just terrible. 37%. Look at that. No fertilization at 37%. Man, my farmer father-in-law will be falling over right now. I'd be like, you ain't gonna make no money. That's the way he is, though. Great guy. Salt of the earth kind of people. But anyways, guys, there it is. If you got any questions or anything, leave me a comment and let me know what you think about the map. Are you gonna play this map? Because I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna start over and sell all that equipment because it's already 10 o'clock in the morning and I'd have half that field done, I would think, maybe. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, thanks.